What's up YouTube, Varnish here and welcome to the channel. I hope you'll stick around, check out some other videos, and subscribe if you want to stay up to date with all my latest and greatest. Do apologize for the echo you're hearing in the audio. I'm still traveling for the holidays, recording this on a mobile setup so I can make sure you're still getting videos. Now, I want to spend a couple minutes with you all going over the 12 new weapon variants that we got earlier this week. So let's dig right in. Now this isn't a review of each weapon or anything, but like the last time when we got a huge batch of weapons, just wanted to go through all of these with you and give you my opinions on how they seem to compare with other variants we have, if it might be worth your time and salvage to craft them, or even use them if you're lucky enough to get one of them in a supply drop. Do take note that none of these weapons are locked behind the Quartermaster collection, so they can all be crafted with salvage. Just like last time, let's start with the commons and then work our way up to the epic weapons. This time around we got 3 commons, 3 rares, 3 legendaries, and 3 epic weapons. So similar to the last 12 weapons we got, it spread out evenly across all variants. Use the timestamps in the description to quickly jump between variant rarities in the video. So if you're here for something specific, you can hopefully find it a bit quicker. Starting with the commons, we have the Type 2 Double Fist. Double Fist gives you the Lights Out perk, which increases melee weapon speed. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't find myself using regular melee often enough to make this perk worth it. So the requirement for the 2-hit kills, if not from behind, this, however, could be fun to use, but would require testing and putting myself into situations where I could tickle somebody. Not really digging that idea much at all. Next up, we have the RPR Evo Cheap Shot, and if you remember, we got a holiday version of this weapon with the 12 Days of Winter. Check out the description below to see what that weapon looks like. As for the cheap shot, we get the Lowrider perk, which reduces hipfire spread while sliding. While I'm not sure this makes it worthwhile to use if you have a higher rarity RPR, this could still be a good option for those of you that are going for their submachine gun gold and diamond camouflage challenges. Especially since you need 50 slide kills with SMGs, you'll want any advantage you can get if it's something you're not used to. The third common weapon we got this time around is the Reaver Skiver. The Skiver gives us the Sharpshooter perk, which increases the effective damage range of the weapon and stacks with rifled barrel. Remember getting destroyed by somebody who had the epic R.A.W, which has the Sharpshooter perk, and they had a rifled barrel on it. Basically turns the dang thing into a sniper shotgun. So this is a really good perk to be on a common Reaver, and would totally be worth using. I'm still a fan of the Elusive and the Scrambler perk, but this could be a viable alternative for many people who feel like they are having trouble closing the distance with the Reaver. For our first 2 rare weapons, we got the Volk Vexed and the Titan Reconnoiter. The Vexed has the On Point perk as well as the Creeper perk. Now I've reviewed the On Point perk in regards to LMGs, and you can find that video below. But I think the Volk, it could help remove the need to have a quick draw attachment on the weapon, which would free you up for another attachment of your choice, like a rifled barrel. So this may allow folks to start using different attachments from the normal ones you use every day. And I like the ability to change things up every now and then. The Reconnoiter is our rare LMG. And fun fact for those of you that think it's a weird name, Reconnoiter is actually a military terminology and is an active use of the word reconnaissance, which makes sense because the Reconnoiter Titan gives us the sensor and sharpshooter perks. Now you're actually seeing gameplay behind all of this using the 12 Days of Winter version of this weapon. I love the sensor perk if you're playing with people who like to run away from you after you shoot them. Let you know if they ran to the other side of the map or decide to hide in a corner. Coupled with the Sharpshooter perk, I really like this combination on the Titan, and would be worth using if you get it and don't have the holiday version of the weapon. Our last rare is a shotgun, the R.A.W. Precision Strike. The Precision Strike is another weapon giving us the On Point perk as well as haste. Starting with haste, this will actually give you increased movement speed. So take that and On Point, you could end up with a pretty deadly combination on the R.A.W. The R.A.W. is, in my opinion, possibly the best shotgun in the game. So on a small map, the possibility of moving faster and getting to aim a bit faster sounds amazing to me. Can't wait to have a chance to get my hands on this R.A.W. and give it a go on Frontier. Now, on to legendary weapons. First up, we have the K-Bar 32 Bunker Buster. This thing looks like a beast. Comes with the Nuclear and Stockpile perks. Well, I know what Nuclear does, but the fact that it comes with Stockpile will help rack up those kills that will get you much closer to the 25 required kills to get that deatomizer strike. So if you're one of those folks going for nukes, This looks to be the best option for you. Up next, we have the Raw Headhunter. The perk for the Headhunter are Hitman and Stability. Hitman grants a large bonus to your payload meter after killing all enemy players. Now, if I remember correctly, you don't have to do this in one life, but just need to kill each member of the enemy team. This is typically super easy to do. Getting the large bonus to your payload meter is great. Just need to make sure you're keeping track of it and you don't waste the bonus. So it just means your game awareness needs to be on point. Coupled with the stability perk, this could be a fun version of the Raw to play with. For myself, I only have the common version of the Raw, so I love to be able to play with some increased stability on an already really stable LMG. Third but not final, we have the DMR1 Snap Frost. This DMR comes with Glacial and Creeper perks. You may remember the Glacial perk from our last batch of added weapon variants and the KBS Longbow. This perk causes damage to temporarily slow the target's movement speed, and on the DMR1 this could prove to be an amazing combination. Since anything but a headshot is a 2-shot kill for the DMR1, you may actually be able to keep your target in your sights long enough to get a kill with the Glacial. This makes a lot more sense on the DMR1 than it did on the KBS Longbow, so look forward to possibly getting it or picking it up in a game to see how it is. With the Creeper perk on top of that, for these folks that love to hold down lanes with sniper rifles, may end up using this as much as any other weapon. Would be interesting to see what happens if you equip FMJ and get a penetration hit, whether or not it slow down both targets. That will require some testing. And finally, let's start digging into the 3 epic weapons that the Quartermaster now has for you to drool over. Or not drool over, that's up to you. But are any of them worth 4,000 salvage? Let's start with the MV4 Chaos to find out. The Chaos has Celerity and Steady perks. Steady is nothing new and reduces hip spread, which stacks with laser sight. And Celerity is a new perk which increases fire rate and reduces aim down sights fire rate. Now, one of my subscribers, NFX Gaming, and I spent some time talking about this weapon, and even emailed me a couple images of the bullet spread of the weapon. While the weapon looks really great, I think the weapon is going to be very situational. The bullet spread when hip firing is indeed a little tighter, which is great with the increased fire rate, but it looks like the bullet spread when aiming down sights seems to be a bit bigger compared to the base NV4. The problem I see with this weapon is that you're basically going to want to hip fire only with it. I feel that you may lose too many gunfights with the reduced firing rate while aiming down sights. I'll look for this one when I'm playing and see if I can pick it up, see how it works for me in-game. But for now, purchasing the Chaos will be very situational and based on your playstyle. Rushers will be pleased with this weapon. Our second epic is the KBS Longbow Harbinger. Now this is the only new epic that I actually thought looked promising when I first saw the new weapon variants over on Reddit. The Harbinger gives us the Feeder and Focus perks. Focus reduces idle sway while aiming down sights, which stacks with ballistic CPU. So for some it might be worth using just for that perk. Feeder is our new perk on the KBS. Reduces the rechamber time and reduces movement speed. I originally thought this weapon would be great for quickscopers with the reduced rechamber, but after grabbing one in-game last night, I can tell you this weapon will work best for those that like to hardscope. Saying that is almost disappointing since the other KBS epic also benefits hardscopers, but the Harbinger allows you to get shots off quicker while reducing your idle sway, and that's amazing. And if you're hardscoping, the reduced movement speed won't even bother you. So if that's how you snipe, this may be the beautiful weapon for you to grab from the Quartermaster. Finally, the last of the 12 weapons added this week, and our final epic, we have the Banshee Doppler. The shotgun variant gives us the Sonic Boom and Readiness perks. Readiness, as many know, allow you to reload faster when the mag is empty, and stacks with Dexterity. Sonic Boom is our new perk, which provides a stacked high-frequency blast with each trigger pull. Now, I haven't seen this weapon in-game, so I can't speak for it outright, but it seems that this perk almost should guarantee you to get a one-shot kill with the Banshee. But sometimes the Banshee doesn't always get one-shot kills since it technically fires out 2 bursts or bullets when it fires. So if it does in fact guarantee a one-shot kill, this could end up being a really useful perk. But you won't find me spending my salvage on it as there are better shotguns and better weapons overall. Well folks, that's the end of our list. Hope you enjoyed me babbling on about the 12 new weapon variants we got for the holidays. I hope this information will help you if you're planning on making a purchase of any of these weapons. As for me, I'll make you a video next week when I get home on why you won't find me spending any of my keys or salvage anytime soon. But more on that next week. As always, if you enjoyed the video, it'd be awesome if you could throw a thumbs up on it, share it with your friends, and even subscribe to the channel. That way you can stay up to date with all my latest videos. And don't forget, I have a Twitter account, so follow me and hit me up over there if you have any questions on days I'm not making new videos. We've got a lot planned for the coming months, and I hope to see you around as we grow the channel. Until next time.